And welcome into the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth as it's game 2 of our doubleheader right here on KDSJ-TV as the Spearfish Spartans, undefeated on the season, ranked 5 in the class of AA basketball. They are in Hill City tonight to take on the always dangerous Hill City Rangers right here on KDSJ-TV. I'm Clayson Davis giving you the action on KDSJ-TV. If you want to watch some high school boys basketball action, you've come to the right place, as we got a good one tonight between the 5-0 Spearfish Spartans and the 4-2 Hill City Rangers. The girls winning in Hill City earlier by a score of 44-38. As before we left off, I forgot to give our superior performer, brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish, and that went to Kate Scharf. So I want to say a big congratulations to Kate Scharf for her 17-point performance, leading all scores and giving Spearfish a 44-38 win in Game 1. It's the Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off right here on KDSJ-TV. The Black Hills home team for collision repairs at 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, and off exit 32 at Junction Avenue in Sturgis. As we're up here in the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth up in Ginn's Gym in Hill City, where we have the 4-2 Hill City Rangers going to take on the 5-0 number 5 ranked Spearfish Spartans tonight, only on KDSJ-TV. When we come back, we'll have head coach Ben Schultz join us with our Laying the Foundation segment brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. That's coming up in 30 seconds right here on KDSJ-TV.
Collision Repair has built their reputation by offering the highest quality, guaranteed repairs in the area. Satisfied customers return again and again for everything from collision repair to custom paint, glass and windshield, and the best hail repair in the region. They're preferred by most insurance companies and work with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair of Spearfish and Sturgis. Give them a Google today for the best repair on your vehicle, guaranteed.
And welcome back to our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off for the boys varsity matchup between the Spearfish Spartans and the Hill City Rangers tonight right here on KDSJ-TV. I am now joined by head coach of the Spearfish Spartans, Coach Ben Schultz. Coach Schultz, you guys had a pretty dominant performance versus a Black Hills Conference foe last week in Hot Springs. What were you impressed with your performance last week in Hot Springs?
Yeah, I liked our ball pressure and our intensity going into that game. Hot Springs is they're an inexperienced team right now, and they're going to get better throughout the year. Don't have a ton of varsity returners from last year, so they're going to figure some things out. But just having that mindset of going into that game and asserting our dominance right from the start really makes me happy to see moving into contests like that on the road.
As you got one of 2 Black Hills Conference games in back-to-back weeks before you return to Class AA action, what is so important about winning these Black Hills Conference matchups, not only in conference standings, but also getting shaped up to get yourself in a good position to host a SODAC 16 contest?
Our goal this year, one of our long-term, as I said before, is to win the Black Hills Conference. And, we take everything with what's in front of us. That's where our mindset is. And right now we have Hill City here tonight, and it's a veteran group with, some very good guard play and a very dangerous team. So we have to make sure that we have intense focus moving into this contest tonight, especially being on the road. And looking at the AA standings, power rankings, we're one of 2 undefeated teams, but we're 7th in the power rankings because of the deduction with playing Class A opponents. So we can't make it worse by dropping games like this. So it's very important for us to take these games extremely seriously and have the right mindset to come in here and win it.
As you guys are 5-0 in the state, like you said, undefeated, one of 2 undefeated Class AA teams. You're ranked 5th in the state in the latest media polls as well. Is there any added pressure on the boys this week with having the state put on notice with your guys' performance here in the early season?
I think there's a lot of excitement right now around Spearfish with kind of putting our our names on the map. But my message in practice is we haven't beaten a team with a winning record right now. So we can be excited for our start. We can be excited for what we've done with our schedule so far, but we have tough roads ahead. We have Hill City tonight, who's a very dangerous team. That if we don't play well, we can definitely drop a game like this. And then looking at next week, we have Brandon and Harrisburg, who are two top 5 teams in Class AA. So we have a lot of work to do. We can be excited for our start, but we have to understand that we need to grow every practice and every game in order to compete with the top competition in Class AA.
As head coach Ben Schultz joins us with our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off, here to lay the foundation to this matchup, brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. Any injuries to update all of us here going into this contest with Hill City?
No, the boys are all healthy. No injuries to report, so looking good moving into this next stretch.
Talking about that next stretch, how's this week's worth of practice looked like for this week as you guys, again, about ready to take on Hill City and then host 2 really good AA schools coming up here in the next few weeks?
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday we had 2 just outstanding practices, probably 2 of our best practices of the season. And that gives me a lot of excitement, with the group that we have. We can easily have an ego check. We can easily overlook teams, but I think this team is really hungry. We are young, but we have experience at the varsity level, and these guys have a mission, and they're on it right now. So practices this week have been excellent. So it makes me really excited, especially after starting 5-0. Easily teams can slip up in practices up after hot starts, but our focus is at an all-time high right now.
As you look at the Hill City Rangers, a lot of experience on this team. I counted 9 seniors on this year's roster. What do they do well? What do they not do well? And what do you think you can take advantage of when you're going up against the Rangers tonight?
They play fast. They play with a lot of pace. They have guard play that's very experienced and very skilled, and they like to push the tempo on offense. So we got to make sure that we communicate in transition and make sure that we get back. They also execute at a really high level. They have great point guards where they find guys that are cutting to the basket well. So if we're falling asleep away from the ball, we can really get hurt. And they play extremely hard. They crash the glass hard. They're really competitive. And it's a very dangerous opponent. So we have a lot of respect for Hill City moving into this game, and that's where our focus is right now.
As there's only one underclassman on the entire roster, you guys have been playing some younger teams in the past few weeks. Again, not many of them having winning records. What's the mental switch to playing a very experienced team that has a winning record for the first time this season?
Yeah, and my message to the boys this week is get ready for a fight. These guys, if you get them down, it doesn't rattle them. They continue to play hard. They continue to compete. Like you just said, they're a veteran group with upperclassmen. So we have to be ready for that type of matchup tonight where if we do play well early and we get them down, they're not out of it. They're not out of it. And on the flip side of that, if we don't come out ready to play, we could easily be down 10-15 in the first half. So we have to have that mindset and have to have that focus to be ready to compete right from the tip-off.
And finally, Coach, what are your keys to a win tonight versus the Hill City Rangers?
Our transition defense needs to be great tonight. They like to they get out in transition, push the ball. Like I said, they have really good point guards that can find guys in transition. We have to win the glass. We can't afford to give these guys extra shots, extra possessions in the game. They can shoot it really well from outside, especially when they get hot, as we saw from last year. They can fill it up. So we have to make sure that we hold them to one shot of possession. And I think we have an advantage on the block offensively. So we got to make sure that, we get the ball to the paint, not settling for one pass threes, not settling for one-on-one play. having great ball movement and understand where we can hurt them. And we think we have an advantage on the block, and we want to exploit that tonight.
Awesome. Well, Coach, that's all I got. Thank you for joining us with our pregame show, and good luck tonight.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
As that was head coach Ben Schultz of the Spearfish Spartans sitting down with us to help lay the foundation to this matchup. Again, brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. We got more of our Jake's Collision Repair Countdown to tip-off coming up, along with our matchup menu, as well as the Dana Dental Arts starting lineups. Those things to follow after this break.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills, with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
You see them everywhere. That's because Heiserling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heiserling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heiserling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heiserling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic, Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base Sports Nutrition Program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
You just got to...
And welcome back to Ginn's Gym as it's the time for the starting lineups right here on KDSJ-TV. Of course, our starting lineups being brought to you by Dana Dental Arts in Spearfish. Let our family care for your family. And it's time to look at some starting lineups for both squads. Start off with the Spearfish Spartans. They start like this. Bennett Corton, a junior guard, gets the start. He is a junior 6-foot guard. Dylan Dorn, a 6'3" senior forward, gets the start as well. Guard is Cameron Davis, a junior 6'2" guard. Wearing number 12, that's Haroon Khan, senior guard at 6 foot for the Spartans. And then Cade Vavruska lines up the starting lineup for Spearfish, a sophomore guard at 6'3". And on the other side for the Hill City Rangers, Everett Sullivan, he's a senior forward at 5'10", wearing number 1. Devin Bueller, everything will go through Mr. Bueller tonight. He was also their quarterback over in the fall season for football. He's a senior guard at 5'11". Zane Messick, he's a junior guard at 5'10". Alex Stokeman, he is a senior guard at 5'11". And Dax Franzen, junior guard at 5'10". So a small lineup for Hill City, but they love to run and they love to play physical basketball. Thank you for joining us on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. It's the only place you can find this matchup for the Northern Black Hills. As we're underway, Vavruska winning the tip, and we are underway in Hill City for game number 2 of tonight's doubleheader. Camden Davis inside, Dylan Dorn knocked away by Hill City, and here come the Rangers. Of course, they're going to run as Stokeman over to Bueller, has it out of his hands momentarily. He gets the attention of Bennett Corton. Now Franzen on Cade Vavruska, switched over to Dylan Dorn, who wants the ball. Dorn gets the steal. Vavruska with the early steal for Spearfish. And on the other side, there's Cameron Davis. 2 points for for Spearfish. Breaks the scoring. So now there's Messick over to Stokeman. Stokeman inside to Sullivan. Back to Stokeman. Messick on the elbow, guarded by Cameron Davis. That was a nice layup by Hill City. And heading to the free throw line for a three-point play was Zane Messick, as Cameron Davis will be caught for the foul. And Messick completes the three-point play. Hill City, their first bucket was an and one. That completes the three-point play. Here's Haroon Khan in the corner. Three-pointer, good. Haroon Khan, his first bucket of the night. He was our superior performer of the day versus Hot Springs, as Spearfish beating Hot Springs last Saturday. Hill City losing to Rapid City Christian. Sullivan guarded on Khan. Now a three-pointer is good on the other side from Hill City's Zane Messick, as he's got all 6 of Hill City's points. After a bucket, a free throw, and now a three-pointer, he's got 1, 2, 3, all 6 of Hill City's points. Corton top the key to Haroon Khan. Gets it back to Bennett Corton, guarded by Devin Bueller. There's Cameron Davis, a back up top to Corton with about 8-7 on the shot clock. Corton, pull-up jumper's good. And Bennett Corton, he breaks into the scoring column for his first bucket of the night. 3 Spartans have scored for Spearfish, and they have a 1-point lead over Hill City. Again, as head coach Ben Schultz told the boys earlier this week, it's going to be a fight. And they're going to get one from a tough Hill City squad. Bueller back out to Franzen. Franzen will cut through the lane. Pull-up jumper, and he's going to get called for the foul. Corton caught on the arm. As that is Bennett Corton's first foul. And it looks like Mason Southern will come to replace Corton here in a few moments. Free throw no good from Dax Franzen. And with 5:17 in the first quarter, Mason Southern, the sophomore, one of the heroes of that Rapid City Stevens contest, comes on for Spearfish. Franzen's second free throw is true, so his first points, and a tie ball game. Mason Southern getting the attention of Devin Bueller. And Bueller tried going for the steal, instead went right at Southern and is called for the foul. So that'll be Hill City's first foul of the night. Cameron Davis to throw into someone way out past the half-court line of Mason Southern. Sophomore point guard over to Dylan Dorn. Dorn in the corner, Haroon Khan. Already has a three-pointer in the game. There's Cameron Davis, swings it over to Cade Vavruska. Vavruska through the lane, into the corner, Cameron Davis. Here's Haroon Khan through the lane. Khan up off the glass and good. Haroon Khan gets 2 more points to his name. He's up to 5, and Spearfish now leading by 2. Bueller almost traveled with the ball, gets it back to Stokeman. Now in through the lane, there's Sullivan on Khan. Sullivan just powers through Haroon Khan and gets 2 for Everett Sullivan. It's now a 9-9 contest. Back and forth scoring for both teams. Here's Cade Vavruska, three-pointer short off the front iron, no good. Hill City's Messick with the rebound. Here's Sullivan in the corner. Gets it inside to Devin Bueller. Now here's Stokeman, corner 3 off the iron, no good. Dylan Dorn with the rebound. Dorn dribbling right through the lane. Dorn gets it over to Cameron Davis, and Davis steps on the out-of-bounds line when he caught the pass, and it's a turnover for the Spartans. Again, the Hill City student section getting loud and animated, and head coach for Hill City Laramie Harvey will call a timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. 3:52 left to go in the first quarter. Hill City and Spearfish tied at 9. We'll be back with the rest of the first quarter after this short break.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
And after that quick 30-second Hill City timeout, we're back in action in Spearfish. In Hill City. Why am I always used to saying Spearfish? I don't get it. Looking at our matchup menu real quick, being brought to you by South Dakota Beef Logic. Faith is taking on Timberlake. Ulrich's hosting Lee Deadwood. Hill City hosting Spearfish right here on KDSJ. And that's it for the boys' side of things. In high school basketball, of course, the Black Hills State University Yellow Jackets, they are hosting the Regis Rangers on KDSJ Radio tonight. First game in a while for Hill City after a great assist from the Rangers. Gets it inside to Everett Sullivan for his next bucket. And then on the other side, there's Dylan Dorn getting 2 more himself. His first bucket of the night. Both teams going to love to go fast. Great guard play from both squads as Bueller has it stolen away by Doran. Great steal by Dylan Doran, gets it up to Cameron Davis. Davis over to Cade Vavruska, loses it as Vavruska was looking to shoot before he caught the ball. Franzen now in the corner to Stokeman. Back up top to Devin Bueller. Guarded by Cameron Davis. Bueller beats Davis through the lane, and a reverse layup, no good, as he got a step on Bueller, but couldn't get the layup. Now Mason Southern into the corner. Haroon Khan, three-pointer, off Ryer, no good. Bueller with the rebound. 2:20 left to go in the first quarter, and we're tied up at 11 apiece. Bueller, he'll just have a shot at 3, no good. Cade Vavruska with the rebound. Bueller didn't even set up an offensive play for Hill City. Now Dorn crosses the timeline. Hands it off to Mason Southern as it looks like Cooper Gibbs and Tucker Olson will check in for the Spartans. And coming in for Hill City, I believe that will be Brenson Venklassen. Corner 3 for Cade Vavruska. He hasn't hit one yet. Rebound by Stokeman in Hill City. That's Venneklassen. Brenson Venneklassen. Sure I got that name right for the Hill City folks. Check out my camera right too. Getting Clayson Davis with you in Hill City at Ginn's Gym as the Spearfish girls avoided disaster with Hill City with a 44-38 win. And Devin Bueller tried doing too much with the ball before he got going, as now we got some more substitutions on the floor. Venneklassen for Hill City, wearing number 15. He is a junior forward at 6'4", comes into the ball game. Cooper Gibbs, junior 6'4" forward for Spearfish, enters the contest as well. Gibbs on the elbow. Over to Cameron Davis. Up top, Cade Vavruska inside Cooper Gibbs. Gibbs trying to make a move. Nice hook shot by Cooper Gibbs. That was a sweet little baby hook by Cooper Gibbs getting the bucket. His first bucket of the night. Cooper Gibbs not the main scorer for Hill City at all. Mason Southern knocks the ball out of Devin Bueller's hands, and with 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Spearfish leading by 2. They also have one more foul than Hill City. Bueller throws it way up top to Franzen. That's Dax Franzen. Now sends it over to Zane Messick. Messick lost the ball momentarily, puts up a shot, no good. There is Venneklassen. Cameron Davis gets it over to Cooper Gibbs up top, and here comes Cade Vavruska. Vavruska, nice, a roll of the fingertips, up and good for Cade Vavruska, his first bucket. And it all started from that defensive pressure from Hill City. From Spearfish on Hill City. 5 seconds left to go. Devin Bueller will probably be the one to take this last shot. Step back, here's Bueller, three, short off the glass, no good. And if you want some physical, fast high school basketball, and guess what? You have found it right here at Gins Gym in Hill City. After one, it's 15-11, Spearfish leading Hill City, and we'll be back with the second quarter live on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. We'll be back after this.
From a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Vehicles today are complicated and expensive. The professionals at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Spearfish are here to guide you through everything automotive. From cars, trucks, and SUVs to parts and repairs, Junix takes the confusion out of automobile ownership. Enjoy the ride with Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Family owned since 1931 on West Jackson in Spearfish.
And back after that quarter timeout, we're back here in Hill City as the Spearfish Spartans leading the Hill City Rangers after one, 11-15. Clayson Davis with you with KDSJ-TV. This game streaming exclusively on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. As we're back in action in Hill City with Devin Bueller and the Rangers getting stuff underway. Bueller, they're from the Gins Gym logo. Thought about something and now is thinking about passing it over to Braden Wilkinson. He's into the game for the first time. Cade Vavruska has a little bit of trouble on the defense, and then a jumper by Bueller is swatted out of there by Dylan Doran. Bueller, outstanding athlete himself for Hill City, was the quarterback for the Hill City Rangers this past season. Corner three, good from Hill City. Big shot by Zane Messick. His 8th point of the night. And then Bennett Corton getting it over to Haroon Khan. Khan, three-pointer, rims out, no good. Doran trying to control the rebound and has it knocked out of bounds. As coming back into the game for Hill City, two starters, Alex Stokeman and Everett Sullivan. Taking a seat is Braden Wilkinson and Dax Franzen. 14-15. 1 minute passed in the second quarter. Bueller on Doran. Bueller trying to find something over. Gets it over to Messick. He's been hot for Hill City from three. Here's Stokeman from three. Off the back iron, no good. Dylan Doran controls the rebound. As the guard play from Hill City is something that head coach Ben Schultz said that has jumped out on film. They are fast, they are aggressive, and down underneath, a slip from Cameron Davis causing the travel. As some more substitutions for both teams. Haroon Khan comes into the contest, exits the contest for Cooper Gibbs. And Braden Wilkinson comes into the contest for Hill City as Brinson Veniklasen takes a seat. Bueller gets it over to Messick. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound, Cade Vavruska gets it over to Bennett Corton. Corton in the corner to Cameron Davis. Now Cade Vavruska. Dylan Dorn inside Cooper Gibbs. Gibbs has it knocked out of his hands by Hill City as Zane Messick and Devin Bueller coming together on Cooper Gibbs, who's been playing some good basketball as of late. Again, had the game-winning bucket versus Rapid City Stevens after the Christmas break. Bennett Corton, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good, and we got a shove underneath on Hill City. And that'll be on Zane Messick, his first foul. First foul of the second quarter comes with 5:55 in the quarter. Dylan Dorn up top to Cameron Davis and over to Bennett Corton. Corton splits through the lane. Corton goes up, gets the bucket and the foul. As Bennett Corton using his quickness and speed to burst into the lane, puts up a shot. Hill City tried getting the charging call. Couldn't get it to go as Stookman is the guilty party with the foul. And Bennett Corton. You can take a look on our KDSJ Tropical Smoothie Sports replay. Bennett Corton bursting through the lane, getting the bucket. Doesn't quite get the free throw to fall. So it's just a 2-point play as Hill City with a turnover as they tried pulling a quick one inside to Braden Wilkinson. And the ball goes out of bounds. And now Hill City will pick up the Spartans at full court with Mason Southern playing point guard for the Spartans. 14-17 still. Gibbs in the corner. Gibbs goes up off the glass. Great job by Cooper Gibbs. His 4th point of the night. Stookman inside Bueller. Bueller feeds it inside to Sullivan. Sullivan beats the block of Cade Vavruska, and Sullivan, he's now up to 6 points. Hill City gets back to within 3. Southern trying to call out the play. As head coach Ben Schultz says, need to play some team basketball on offense, not just one dribble threes. Here's Bennett Corton, 3-pointer, off the rim, no good. Mason Southern couldn't control the rebound, and we'll get it over to Devin Bueller. Bueller on Corton. Bueller through the lane, loses it momentarily, and then caught in a trap. Over to Stookman on the elbow. He's being guarded by Cooper Gibbs. Stookman through the lane. Doesn't quite have a pull-up jumper. Here's Messick. Messick on Cade Vavruska. Messick up, no good. Rebound over to Cooper Gibbs. Gibbs running the court. He goes up, left hand, no good. Rebound, Mason Southern. Southern, Bennett Corton, jumper off the glass, no good. Mason Southern with a rebound. Cade Vavruska, long 3, front iron, no good. And Hill City dodged a few bullets there on that possession. Cade Vavruska, he has been known to let her fly from 3, and he can get going in a hurry. Just hasn't quite found the iron yet. Bueller dribbles over to the elbow, being very patient. Now with 12 on the shot clock, he wants to get inside to Sullivan. Sullivan on Doran. Sullivan goes up, and he is drilled to the floor by Dylan Doran. As Doran had tried playing the passing lane too much and giving Sullivan an open opportunity to head to the basket. Dylan Doran will pick up his first foul, and it'll be Spearfish's 2nd of the second quarter. First free throw from Sullivan is no good. Again, tonight's officials being brought to you by South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. It's our law on the court. Spearfish still leading Hill City by 3, 19-16. Sullivan's second free throw is good, and it's now up to a 2-point game. Mason Southern up top to Cooper Gibbs from the high post. Handoff, Bennett Corton. Here's Tucker Olson, 3-pointer, good. Tucker Olson, Ben Schultz calls the glue guy of the team. Knocks down a 3-pointer, his first bucket of the night. And it's a 22-17 lead. Big block by Cooper Gibbs underneath. And now a throw up top to Dylan Doran. Doran through the lane, couldn't get anything to go. Hand off to Mason Southern. Southern, no look pass, Cooper Gibbs. Southern to Gibbs. We've seen that one a time or three before as Cooper Gibbs gets up to 6 points on the night. Spearfish extends the lead to 7, largest lead of the night. Long two by Devin Bueller, and it's short of everything. That was a sweet no-look pass from Mason Southern over to Cooper Gibbs, and those two have made some magic this year. Again, referring to that Rapid City Stevens game. Bennett Corton, corner three, good. Spearfish up to a 10-point lead. Bennett Corton picks up his 7th point of the night. And head coach Harvey not wanting to call a timeout yet with 2 minutes left to go into the second quarter. Coming up, we'll have our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show. Franzen on the elbow, gets inside to Sullivan. Sullivan up top, and that's a travel on number 15, Brinson Venenklassen. Venenklassen, there we go. As Devin Bueller will take a seat. That sends Zane Messick on the floor. He leads Hill City in scoring with 8 points. Spearfish being led by Bennett Corton with 6. Bennett Corton with 7. Cooper Gibbs with 6. Dylan Doran through the lane. Caught with the block. Couldn't get the bucket to fall, but Dylan Doran, the senior forward, one of 2 seniors on the Spearfish Spartans boys squad. As Doran will head to the line. He's got 2 points early in the contest. And will stay at 2 after that first missed free throw. Second shot, no good, but Cooper Gibbs controlling the rebound. Now here's Bennett Corton. Spearfish gets a fresh possession. So Doran goes 0 for 2 from the line. Corner over to Doran. Now Mason Southern, three-pointer off front iron, no good. Cooper Gibbs with a rebound. Gibbs with a floater, no good. And Spearfish goes 0 for 3 on that full possession. And the rebound goes to Venenklassen. 1:06 left to go in the second quarter. Quick jumper by Zane Messick is no good. Hill City just seems out of rhythm as now Bennett Corton slips down at that same spot that Cameron Davis slipped at. And now Devin Bueller will enter the game for Hill City. Alex Stokeman will go out of bounds. And now I think we're going to grab a towel and wipe up that spot because the law on the court must be listening to the broadcast, as I made the point earlier that 2 Spearfish Spartans basketball players slipped at that same spot going up for a layup. So the officials just want to make sure that's wiped up, make sure it's all fair and clean. 55 seconds left to go in the first half. Spearfish holding on to a 10-point lead over Hill City. As it doesn't matter if it's Class A versus Class AA, if it's a Black Hills Conference matchup, it's always going to be exciting as head coach Harvey for Hill City thought this was the deepest that the Black Hills Conference has been in quite some time. After that miss from Hill City, Mason Southern has it stolen away by Messick. He thought he had a steal going the other way from Mason Southern, but the ball will roll out of bounds. Again, the guard play from Hill City has been great this season. Here's Bennett Corton. About 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Dylan Doran gets the and one. Dylan Doran, the explosive senior athlete, drives baseline on Hill City, puts up a shot. Hill City did not get set in time, and that will be the second foul on Zane Messick, and Dylan Doran will head to the line to try to complete his three-point play. He gets the point. Doran's up to 5. And now with 10 seconds left to go in the half, Hill City will play for one final shot. Messick, three-pointer off the back iron, no good. Sullivan blocked and one from Sullivan. Everett Sullivan, 5'11" forward, doing the dirty work down low. Thought he got by the block of Cade Vruvruska with 1.4 seconds left to go. Sullivan, who leads Hill City in scoring with 9, now with 10, puts it back to a 10-point ball game. Then on the other side, Spearfish not able to get a shot off, and we've hit halftime in a very exciting boys varsity contest in Hill City, with the Spearfish Spartans leading the Hill City Rangers by a score of 30-20. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back with our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show, where we will recap this first half of action and look at the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard, see what's going on in the world of sports. That's all a part of our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard, coming up next right here on KDSJ-TV.
Whether you've lived here for years or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made-to-order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Quality food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish.
American Colloid, a minerals technologies company, is not only part of the community we live in, they are the community. Bentonite clay, mined right here in our own backyard near Belfouche in Colony, Wyoming, provides a contributing factor to this area's economic success. This unique product has a huge range of uses, from the main component in cat litter to health and beauty products, pharmaceuticals, and more. It's all produced right here in all of our community. American Colloid Company, working together, winning together.
For over 10 years, Allied Construction has been a trusted name in the Black Hills, providing top-quality construction services to our local community. We take pride in being a local business with deep roots in the area. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, you can trust us to deliver exceptional results on every project. Our team is dedicated to providing personalized service, ensuring your project gets the attention and expertise it deserves.
Check out their website today. Click alliedconstruction.com or find them on Facebook. It's not one, but two great locations in Spearfish to gas up and get what you need on the go. Exit 8 and Exit 14 Speedy Marts offer everything you need so you can get in and get out and get back on the road. Find your favorite snacks and a cold drink, or maybe something fresh from the kitchen or in the cold case. It's all homemade right here. And Exit 8 and Exit 14 offers top-tier fuels from Phillips 66, so you get the most from your transportation. Exit 8 and 14 Speedy Marts in Spearfish. Right off the road, right on the money.
Do-it-yourself made easy with help from Proline Equipment Rentals in Belfouche. Whether you're a full-fledged contractor or just taking care of some jobs around your home, Proline has the equipment you need. Lifts for any job, like scissor lifts, boom lifts, and man lifts. Skid steers, trenchers, backhoes, and more. Step inside to find smaller tools for do-it-yourself projects like concrete work, painting, sewer repair, and more. Call 723-7677, click ProlineEquipmentRentals.com, or stop by off North Highway 85 in Belfouche today.
Clayson Davis with you from Ginn's Gym inside of the Hill City High School as we've hit halftime of the boys varsity matchup, an exciting boys varsity matchup as the Spearfish Spartans in Class AA leading Hill City 30-20. As we take a look at the first half, it was 11-15 after one as Spearfish put up another 15 points in the second quarter. Hill City only putting up 9. But it was back and forth scoring from both teams. No one really thought it was able to get an edge. Then Spearfish started to hit some shots there in the second quarter, started forcing some turnovers from Hill City, and then a good performance from Cooper Gibbs, Bennett Corton, and Dylan Doran. Some shots from them, able to get Spearfish up to a 10-point lead. And as we look at scoring for both teams, first off, for Hill City, they are led by Everett Sullivan, who had that buzzer beater and one at the end of the second quarter. He has 10 to lead Hill City. Zane Messick has 8. Alex Stokman has 2. And Dax Franzen has 1. I don't think that's right. But again, these stats are unofficial, so you can also blame my third grade math skills, if that. Meanwhile, for the Spearfish Spartans, they are led by Bennett Corton with 7 points. Dylan Doran and Cooper Gibbs both have 6. No, excuse me, Dylan Doran has 7. Bennett Corton, Dylan Doran has 7. Cooper Gibbs has 6. Haroon Khan's got 5. Tucker Olson's got a 3-pointer. Cade Vavruska and Cameron Davis both with 2 points as well. About 4 minutes left to go in the halftime break. We'll show you some highlights that happened here in the first quarter, again on KDSJ-TV, our Tropical Smoothie Sports replay, recapping some of the first half action on KDSJ-TV. As we see right here, Sullivan escaping underneath on the block. He's done that a few times here tonight. Before we go into the other side with Dylan Doran, a little jumper inside. Doran gets to start at forward as he was the quote-unquote big man of the starting rotation for Spearfish. And a Cooper Gibbs baby hook in the middle of the paint. That was a sweet-looking move inside there. And a Cooper Gibbs steal over to Cade Vavruska. This was Vavruska's first point of the night. Vavruska can get up there. 6'4" sophomore guard. Was a good receiver this past season for Spearfish High School. As the 3-minute buzzer sounds here in Ginn's Gym. Inside, there's a Bennett Corton and 1. Again, down low. Not a lot of height to Hill City. But Cooper Gibbs, 6'4", he's getting more of the big man minutes instead of Asher Hodge, as I believe Hodges is more of a big body post player, while Cooper Gibbs allows a little more speed and athleticism. As you see right there, Mason Southern going to Cooper Gibbs underneath. It's like we've seen that one before on KDSJ-TV. Dylan Doran blocking foul and 1 to respond right here by Sullivan. Got Dylan Doran to jump in the air, and then Cade Vavruska with a blocked from behind, getting fouled in the process. So that's a look at some of the first half highlights here on KDSJ-TV. We'll take another quick timeout, come back with our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. That's coming up next.
For over 20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off Exit 14 Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
The Goldust Casino invites you to try the new menu items now being offered at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. Watch the action as you dine inside the Goldust Casino with tables overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 210 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. And use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting goldustdeadwood.com.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
Fisher Sand and Gravel of Spearfish supports community and school athletics. Plus, they support community development with services in and around the Black Hills. Fisher is an aggregate company headquartered in Spearfish with 2 local commercial quarries in Beulah and Newcastle, Wyoming. They sell all sizes of aggregates for commercial and individual projects from a pickup load to thousands of ton. Whatever you need, Fisher Sand and Gravel, proud supporter of all community, college, and high school athletics. Good luck to all teams and athletes competing in today's game.
Clayson Davis with you on KDSJ-TV as we have the second half action getting started in Hill City. As we'll look at our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. The next break we get the chance to as starters for both teams on the floor. Spearfish getting the ball at the start of the third quarter. Cameron Davis, spin move, short jump, no good. Rebound by Alex Stokeman. See what Hill City can do for their first possession of the second half. 10-point lead for Spearfish. Again, thank you for joining us with our Wolf's Plumbing and Heating halftime show. Sullivan, a little hook, doesn't get the ball to go. Rebound, Sullivan, and that shot doesn't go as well. Throws it straight to Devin Bueller as he wanted Bennett Corton. Here's Messick, three-pointer, money. Great start for the Hill City Rangers. A Zane Messick three-pointer gets him up to 11 points on the night and gets Hill City to within 7. Dylan Dorn over to Haroon Khan. Back up top to Bennett Corton. Corton through the lane, floater, and kisses it off the glass and good for Bennett Corton, who now is up to 9 points scoring for the Spartans. Devin Bueller on Cade Vavruska. Outside to Messick, who's hot from 3 inside. Now back out to Sullivan. Doesn't really call home the three-point line. There's Devin Bueller, corner 3, and it's good. Big three-pointer from Devin Bueller to pull Hill City to within 6, and that will cause a timeout by Spearfish early in the third quarter. Let's take a look at the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard for this timeout, see what's happened in the world of sports. Start off with the boys basketball scoring update as See what's going on here. The only Class AA game going on tonight, and that's right here on KDSJ-TV. Spearfish hosting Hill City. Hill City hosting Spearfish. What's going on in Class A? Any scoring updates from the local area? We got a whopping none. In Class B, Timberlake is leading Faith 55-30. That's the only scoring update we got. We got Black Hill State University scoring updates. The Black Hill State women's basketball squad beating Regis tonight 79-55. Men are up 70-57 with 7 minutes left to go in the game. So BH looking to go 2 for 2. We'll have a college football playoff scoring update here in a bit as well for those wondering who will be one half the national championship matchup. It'll be Notre Dame or Penn State in the Orange Bowl. Back in action here in Spearfish after a Devin Bueller three-pointer. And Spearfish coming up empty on the possession. Here comes Messick, floater, and it's good. Hill City starting to storm their way back into the game. Corner, Cameron Davis. Inside, Haroon Khan. Lefter floats out up and good. Haroon Khan's first bucket is in many minutes. It's 28-34. Hill City. Messick. Over to Bueller. Bueller, long three, and he's feeling it. Devin Bueller up to 6 points now for Hill City. Cameron Davis gets an offensive foul on the other side on Devin Bueller. And Hill City only trails by 3 as Cameron Davis takes a spot on the bench. Cooper Gibbs into the game, Mason Southern into the game, to a junior and a sophomore. Part of this very talented sophomore class from Spearfish. With the Hughes boys, Mason Southern, Carson Sire in that class, and of course Cade Vavruska, Tucker Olson also into that class as well. Messick in the corner, three-pointer up, short iron, no good. Dylan Dorn with the rebound, slows things down, gets it over to Bennett Corton and Mason Southern. Corton top the key, guarded by Devin Bueller, over to Cade Vavruska. Vavruska dribbles in and backs back out. Doran doesn't use the screen, goes up with the hand, gets the bucket and the foul. Dylan Doran's been making a habit of that tonight, as Doran goes up to 9 points on the night. See if he can convert from the free throw line. He has not done well from the charity stripe, but giving Spearfish back up to a 5-point lead. As Dax Franzen will hit the bench for Hill City. Brenson Venneklausen into the game. Doran still struggling from behind the arc, but Cooper Gibbs, the trash man, puts back the missed two-pointer, and that's a 4-point swing for Spearfish. Gibbs is up to 8 points in the contest. As now we have Dylan Doran with a foul on Zane Messick. I believe that'll be Doran's second foul. Nope, Doran's third foul. So that could be something to watch for Spearfish. So Messick will head to the line, sinks the first free throw. Messick leading all scorers in the contest that was his 14th point. Tucker Olson will come into the game for Dylan Doran. So it's Mason Southern, Bennett Corton, Cooper Gibbs, Cade Vavruska, Tucker Olson. Make that 15 now for Zane Messick. It's now 38-33, Hill City. Mason Southern into the corner to Bennett Corton. Corton's going to drive baseline. Gets stuck momentarily and throws it off the leg of Hill City. He wanted to go to Cooper Gibbs, and Gibbs wasn't open. Devin Bueller guarded by Bennett Corton. Mason Southern guarding Messick. Now switches over to Cade Vavruska. Into the game for the first time for Hill City. That's Nick Schroeder. There's Bueller. Bueller thought about the three. Still thought about the three. Sullivan drives through the lane. Step back. Jumper no good. Cooper Gibbs controls the rebound. Just a disjointed possession for Hill City. Cooper Gibbs over to Tucker Olson. I think he would have been banished for him his birthday if he shot that three. Mason Southern might banish himself for that three that he airballed. Empty possession for Spearfish. Devin Bueller getting the play from head coach Laramie Harvey. Messick into the corner. Bueller guarded by Bennett Corton. Over to Messick. Messick backs out of the screen from Schroeder. Now long three by Devin Bueller. Back iron no good. Rebound by Schroeder. Here's Messick again. Messick through the lane. Up. No good. Rebound by Hill City, and they're going to catch Cooper Gibbs with the foul as the rebound went to Brenson Veneklausen, and he will make his first trip to the charity stripe. As Bueller getting the green light to shoot it anywhere in the gym for Hill City. Of course, as what head coach Leslie Harvey talked about earlier, said he's the quarterback, he's the point guard, and he runs the operation for Hill City as they are a very guard-heavy team. Not a lot of height. So then we got some more subs for both teams. Cameron Davis enters the game for Spearfish as Cade Vavruska takes a seat. 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and Cooper Gibbs tried throwing it to Tucker Olson, couldn't get to go, and that's a quick 2 points for Hill City. They're back to within 2. Messick now has 17 points. And we got a timeout on the floor from head coach Ben Schultz. 2:01 left to go in the third quarter. Hill City has crawled back up to a 2-point game here in Gins Gym. We'll be back with the rest of the third quarter right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. And don't go away. We'll be back in a sec.
Are you looking to start your new year with a new career? Pipeline Plastics in Belfouche is hiring extrusion and grinder technicians for day and night shifts. If you like the idea of working 6 months and getting paid for the full year, go online to pipe.us/careers and apply now. No experience necessary. They offer competitive pay starting at $20 an hour, great benefits, and much more, including quarterly bonuses. Go online to pipe.us/careers or call 605-892-0500 to apply today. Again, that's pipe.us/careers.
I own this shop and an electric co-op.
We own this ranch.
And we also own an electric co-op.
I own this house along with electric co-op.
Grand Electric Cooperative is owned by our members.
I own this barbershop and an electric co-op.
Together, we're partners in keeping our corners of South Dakota vibrant. So go ahead and use your energy to own your day.
Back after that Spearfish timeout, Bennett Corton through the lane. Couldn't get the layup to go as he had pressure right away from Veneklausen. Hill City with the momentum here in the third quarter. In the corner. Now up top to Messick, guarded by Mason Southern. They want to look inside the Veneklausen. Floater too strong for Messick. Up top to Veneklausen with the rebound, and now here comes Devin Bueller to reset things for Hill City. Veneklausen starting to make his impact on the game. Here is Messick, guarded by Mason Southern. And Messick will be caught with the push-off. That one was pretty obvious. Messick put a pretty good arm into his defender. But the explosive athleticism from Hill City on display. As Veneklausen will take a cozy little spot on the bench. Sullivan, who has 10 points in the game for Hill City, returns as the number 5. Here's Cameron Davis up top. Tucker Olson swings over to Benacortan. Cameron Davis down low. Over into the corner to Mason Southern. Spearfish being hesitant with their spots. Southern goes baseline into the corner. Tucker Olson, three-pointer, money! Tucker Olson from downtown gets the corner three, and Spearfish back up to a 5-point lead. Tucker Olson's second three-pointer. Now inside. Tried getting it to Sullivan was Hill City. It goes off of Spearfish. With 23 seconds left to go, it's Devin Bueller to inbound. Sullivan gets caught underneath, and there's going to be a ginormous foul on Spearfish underneath as Sullivan got lost in the sauce of Spearfish defensively. And they're going to catch, I believe, Mason Southern will be the guilty party for the foul. So Sullivan, first free throw is good. That's his 11th point of the night. Messick will take a seat. And coming into the game is Nick Schroeder for Hill City. Sullivan has been great on his free throws. He goes 2 for 2. Now with the shot clock turned off, 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. Spearfish leading by 1. Southern, other to Tucker Olson. Three-pointer, no good. Cooper Gibbs with the rebound. 5 seconds left to go. Southern into the corner. Inside, Cooper Gibbs intercepts it from Tucker Olson underneath. As Tucker Olson was all by himself underneath the bucket. And Cooper Gibbs just steps right in front of him and collects the 2 points for Spearfish to end the third quarter. If you wanted some back and forth basketball, again, you got it right here on KDSJ-TV as we will head to the fourth and final quarter of the boys varsity matchup right here in Gins Gym in Hill City. Fourth quarter action coming up next right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. We'll be back after this break.
Sharing the good news, feeding the world, or connecting you with anyone, anytime you need. That's what we do at West River Cooperative Telephone Company. Over the past 70 years, we've grown and evolved, but our mission has always been the same. We're here to bring you together, no matter the distance.
It's time for the fourth quarter here in Hill City as the Spearfish Spartans leading the Hill City Rangers by a score of 43-38. Clayson Davis with you with KDSJ-TV, a KDSJ-TV exclusive broadcast. Spearfish put up only 10 points in that third quarter. Hill City put up 13 points for Spearfish. Simple math is still not my friend, folks. That gets the score to 43-38. Messick drives through the lane. Couldn't quite find anyone open, and now Franzen. Long jumper, rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound goes straight to Hill City. Inside, here's Sullivan. Here's a Messick. Three-pointer in the corner, short. Cooper Gibbs with the rebound. So good team defense put on by Spearfish, and Messick knew he had a wide open chance at it. Here's Tucker Olson, three-pointer, off front iron, no good. Sullivan with the rebound. So both teams going 0 for 2 the first two possessions. And it looked like the officials didn't know who it went off of. And they're going to say it went off of Bennett Corton. So Hill City will take possession underneath their own basket, trailing by 5. Devin Bueller to inbound instead of the quick dump off to Sullivan. Just gets it straight over to Bueller. Bueller thought about the three, didn't want it. Now here's Stokeman on Dylan Doran guarding him. Doran back into the game for the first time since the third quarter. He's playing with 3 fouls. With 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock, Bueller three-pointer into the front iron and good. Hill City can still shoot the three. Now here's Dylan Doran into the corner. Tucker Olson, now Bennett Corton on the elbow. Cooper Gibbs into the corner. Mason Southern stops the play due to a timeout by head coach Ben Schultz. We will take a quick look of the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. See what's going on in the Orange Bowl for the college football playoff. You thought this game was back and forth. This contest, it's been 0-0. The next time I checked, it was 10-10, then 17-17. Now Penn State just scored a touchdown, and it's 24-17. Penn State trying to punch their ticket to the national championship. Again, they will face the winner of Ohio State and Texas, who will be in action tomorrow. Tomorrow night, KDSJ-TV will be in action, as we will be in lead for the doubleheader between New Underwood and Lee Deadwood from the Lee Deadwood High School gym. Girls varsity set to start at 6 o'clock. Boys varsity at around 7:30. Again on KDSJ Radio and on KDSJ-TV. Underneath, layup no good from Spearfish. The ball will bounce off of Spearfish, and it will head over to Hill City, who only trails by 1, but has the momentum and the hometown crowd more animated. As Hill City trailed by 10 at halftime, got back to within 5 and now only trail by 2. Bueller guarded by Gibbs. Bueller about lost it in front of Gibbs. Now Bueller outside to Messick. Messick, a jumper at the free throw line. Rebound by Sullivan. Goes over to Messick. Messick, he can't get the bucket either, and it will go off of Sullivan and head down to Spearfish as Cooper Gibbs comes up limping. You could argue there would be a few fouls that might have been called down there. It was very, very physical underneath. But the refs will let them play. It was a physical in the girls' game, and it's been a physical contest in the boys' varsity action here today as well. Dylan Doran, three-pointer, and misses everything. Dylan Doran tried the three, didn't quite get it to go, as now we got a timeout on the floor. I think we're adjusting something on the clock. We're on the shot clock. What are we doing here? Tucker Olson takes a seat for Spearfish. They're just resetting the game clock to 5:16, putting 2 more seconds on the board. So Tucker Olson takes a seat. Caden Vruska into the game for the first time. Devin Bueller picks up the ball at half court. Franzen now guarded by Vavruska. Messick on the elbow. Messick through the lane. Finally breaks some space through the Spearfish defense. And then a Devin Bueller steal. Goes it straight to Messick. We have a tie ball game. And we got a timeout by Hill City. The opportunistic defense and transition defense from Hill City keeping them in the game, and they have tied the contest. And Hill City will take a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one with them as well. We'll be back for the rest of the fourth quarter right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube.
Drive it on to victory with the Granite Home Team. At Granite Automotive, making all the right moves and scoring points for a better customer experience is a true team effort. From sales to finance, showroom to service, every Granite Home Team member has a role to play and a job to perform to make sure your next buying experience is your best buying experience. Enthusiastically on your side. Drive Granite. Go team. Go Granite. Buick, Nissan, GMC. Rapid City. Click drivegranite.com.
After that Hill City timeout, the Rangers will inbound the basketball underneath their own basket. Spearfish not scored a bucket yet in the fourth quarter. Messick through the lane, up, off the glass, rolls in, and the foul. Zane Messick now up to 19 points. And he gives Hill City a 3-point lead as Cooper Gibbs enters the game for Cade Vavruska. Got a little score crazy on my scoreboard. There we go. 3-point lead for Hill City. As Southern loses it momentarily, gets it back on Messick. Now back to Southern. He wants to set up the offense, run something different. Finally gets the offense he wants. Here's Cameron Davis over to Bennett Corton, guarded by Devin Bueller. Doran through the lane, has his pocket picked by Stokman, but Stokman knocks it out of bounds. So with 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock, see what Spearfish can get drawn up. Again, trailing by 3. Led by 10 at halftime, led by 5 at the end of the third, now trail by 3. Three-pointer by Sullivan. And we got a foul underneath on Cooper Gibbs. As that was just a quick shot from Bennett Corton. Really didn't have much of a chance to reach the basket. Now Devin Bueller crosses the timeline and gets it over to Hill City, and Franzen has it knocked out of his hands by Dylan Doran, and it will go off of Franzen, and it will go to the Spearfish Spartans. Again, trailing by 3 with 4 minutes left to go in the contest. Spartans undefeated on the season. Corton, floater, no good. Doran put back is good. Cuts the lead to 1. Doran's 11th point of the night, unofficially. Messick over to Franzen. Franzen over to Devin Bueller. 15 on the shot clock. Stokman. They're trying to find Sullivan underneath. Now there's Bueller. Step back, no good. And a pass that was deflected by Cooper Gibbs gets it into the hands of Bennett Corton. And that was a turnover for Hill City. Spearfish, see if they can swing this into a scoring run. Cooper Gibbs on Sullivan. Cooper Gibbs, long jumper off the back iron, no good. As it bounced off the back iron, then off the top of the backboard, and rolls out, no good. 2:50 left to go in the game. Hill City leading by 1. Find underneath the Messick corner, swing the ball over to Sullivan. Sullivan thought about the 3, but used his better judgment otherwise. Bueller, long 3-pointer, good. He hit that one about from the bench. And Devin Bueller gives Hill City a 4-point lead with 2:17 in the game. And now we got a 5-second call on Mason Southern. Spearfish losing all the momentum, and that will get a full timeout on the floor by Hill City. Leading Spearfish by 4 with 2:15 left to go in the game. Full timeout on the floor, and we'll take one with them. 2:15 left to go in the game. Hill City leading Spearfish 49-45. We'll be back with the conclusion of this thrilling fourth quarter after this quick timeout on KDSJ-TV on YouTube.
50 years, Low Roofing Incorporated has been the trusted name in commercial roofing across western South Dakota and eastern Wyoming. Family owned and operated since 1975, they bring quality craftsmanship and reliable service to every project, big or small. From repairs to new installations, Low Roofing Incorporated covers it all. Protect your business with the experts who care and products that last. Call 1-800-658-4543. Low Roofing Incorporated, building a legacy of trust, one roof at a time.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of Pillin Optical. Since 1974, Pillin has dedicated its business to serving the community with quality eye care at a great price. The inventory has grown, giving you the widest selection of frames while maintaining the best prices for your family eye care needs. Your family is special, and Pillin Optical wants you to enjoy every minute clearly with them. After all, at Pillin Optical, quality eye care and customer service is the most important thing next to your sight. Pillin Optical, family owned for 50 years, 409 Kansas City Street.
As we're back in action in Hill City for the conclusion of this contest between the undefeated Spearfish Spartans and the Hill City Rangers. Class A Hill City Rangers going up to Class AA Spearfish. Steal by Dylan Doran going across the other way. Doran through the lane, and I believe they're going to catch Bueller for the blocking foul. Bueller's second. 151 on the game so far as Doran through the lane. Left hand up and good for Dylan Doran, making his impact on this contest. He's up to 13, and now Spearfish putting on the full court press. As Bueller went to go step out, and I think Corton fouled him first. And the Spearfish Spartans had pretty vocal opinions of that call, as the whole gym erupted, cheering for different things. Hill City underneath Messick. Find underneath to Sullivan, who finally grabs it, and Sullivan will set up the offense. And a timeout by Hill City. Never mind, they have an inverted whistle. Ben Schultz on the bench is like, I'm cool with it. Maybe. Ben Schultz wanted a jump ball. Never mind, that's not a double thumbs up. Just thinking way too positively. Okay, we're back in action. 2-point game win Hill City as the Rangers, with a 30-second shot clock with a minute 30 left to go in the game, up by 2. Spearfish needing to get a turnover, and they get the turnover by a travel from Dax Franzen. As I think a Spearfish fan might have thrown a chair if they didn't call that travel. So with a minute 12 left to go in the game, Spearfish trailing by 2. Mason Southern with pressure from Messick, and Messick a little too much on the pressure, and he'll be called for the foul. I believe that'll be his third. No, his fourth. So Zane Messick leading all scorers in the contest with 4 fouls. He will stay in the game. And Brenson Venenklassen, who's kind of been a spark plug for Hill City this contest, enters the game. Dylan Doran floater off the rim, no good. Cameron Davis with the rebound. Davis through the middle of the lane. Cooper Gibbs floater, no good. Rebound, Doran, put back, good. Dylan Doran ties the game for the Spartans, and now with under a minute left to go, Devin Bueller with the ball with all the time in the world. Doran has put the team on his back for Spearfish with 15 points, and now with 32 seconds left to go in the game, Hill City trying to play for a final shot. It's on Bueller, step back, didn't want it. There's Messick, Messick through the lane, inside. Shot up, rolled off, no good. Cameron Davis with the rebound, swat away by Messick. And we got a timeout underneath after that steal from Cameron Davis. Hill City takes the ball back. And a timeout was called first by Hill City with 15 seconds left to go on the game clock. Wow. It was a missed shot from Hill City with a Cameron Davis rebound, but then a steal from Hill City underneath, giving the Rangers one more opportunity with 15 seconds. What an exciting finish we have here in Hill City. Again, thank you for joining us on KDSJ-TV. Let's look at some scoring for both teams during this timeout. Dylan Doran leading the Spartans with 15. Bennett Corton with 9. Haroon Khan with 7. Tucker Olson with 6. Cooper Gibbs with 8. Meanwhile, for Hill City, Zane Messick, he has 19. Devin Bueller and Everett Sullivan has 12, I think. Brenton Vennen-Clausen with 1. Dax Franzen with 1. I know that's not right, as my stat keeping has been helter-skelter this contest. So those are the unofficial stats. Mainly for Spearfish, it's Dylan Doran. For Hill City, it's Bueller and Messick. Top the key, there's Devin Bueller with 10 seconds. And he's going to take the final shot. 7 seconds. Here's Messick, three-pointer. Into the corner, and there's a foul. With 1 second left to go. There's no free throws. You got 1 second, Hill City, or else we're going to overtime. You also don't want to foul on the shot. Bueller throws it in. Stokeman, three-pointer, short iron, no good. And we're going to overtime. You talk about the roller coaster of emotions for both fan bases making the trek over here to Hill City. Well, we got some more basketball coming to you. It's overtime after this break right here on KDSJ-TV. We'll be back with the first overtime after this short break.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
Powder River Energy, serving Northeast Wyoming since 1946.
A lot of land comes with a lot of work. The new Kubota MX Series has a lot to offer, including the versatility to mow, move hay bales, grade roads, and clear brush and snow. An optional spacious cab to keep you comfortable in any conditions. A front-end loader with excellent loader lift capacity, hydrostatic or gear transmission options, and affordably priced. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. See Butte County Equipment, located on U.S. Highway 212, Belfouche, or go online to automotivecompanyinc.com. Jake's Collision.
Welcome back inside the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth as we have hit overtime in the boys varsity matchup between the Spearfish Spartans and the Hill City Rangers. Here we go. Dylan Doran controlling the tip for Spearfish. Swings it over to Cameron Davis, who thought about the three and decided to go in for the layup and travels. That's kind of been the story for the Spearfish Spartans tonight. They've had open opportunities and sometimes trying to make too much out of nothing, as Cameron Davis had the three. one to go instead for the layup and causes the travel. So 4 minutes on the clock for overtime, and we'll see who makes one more bucket compared to the other team. Messick over to Bueller. Bueller with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Messick inside, there's Sullivan. Sullivan up, blocked by Dylan Doran. So both teams coming up empty on their first possessions of overtime, and we have had about 45 seconds pass. Southern inside, Dylan Doran, reverse layup, good. Again, Dylan Doran has been on fire for the Spartans with 17. He's, again, leading Spearfish scoring-wise, as now we have an injured Hill City Ranger on the floor. That's Alex Stokeman, the senior guard, 5'11". Comes off the court pretty gingerly. Dax Franzen will replace his role. Spearfish up to a 2-point lead in overtime. Here comes Franzen. Over to Messick. Messick back over to Bueller, guarded by Bennett Corton. Bueller swings around the outside of the arc, now over to Franzen. Franzen over to Messick, thought about the three, dribbles into some traffic. Franzen uses the screen, step back three off the top of the glass and no good. Had the open shot. Messick has hit that a few times tonight. Just couldn't quite get the bounce this time, and Spearfish, they have so far scored one more basket than Hill City in this overtime. It's not the first overtime period we've had on KDSJ-TV. We had a 3-overtime thriller versus Aberdeen Central. Bennett Corton threw the lane up off the glass and good. Bennett Corton's first bucket in as many minutes. And now Spearfish up to a 2-possession lead, barring an and 1-3. Which in this game wouldn't surprise me. Messick through the lane. Fade away, off the rim, no good. Sullivan with a rebound, dribbles into some traffic. There's Messick through the lane, kicked out of there by Cooper Gibbs, and yep, there's the kicking foul. So the ball will be inbounded underneath. Man, Everett Sullivan, 5'10" forward. For those watching at home, if you are playing a 4 or 5 position down low and you don't have the height, watch number 1 in white do work. Not the tallest on the floor, but he always puts himself in the right position to make a layup, to make a rebound and get some easy layup opportunities. He's almost smaller that he loses people on the floor, and now Devin Bueller causes the double dribble. So Devin Bueller, a little bit sloppy with the ball, causing the double dribble, and now Spearfish see if they can extend their lead. Up by 4 with 1:24 left to go in the first overtime. Mason Southern through the lane, stopped up top to Dylan Doran. Doran through the lane, up, blocking foul, Dylan Doran heading to the line. Messick, I think his day, is it his 3rd, 4th foul? Nope, that's his 5th. Messick's day is done. Great performance from the junior guard, Zane Messick. He ends the game with 19 points to lead all scorers. And Hill City without one of their shooters on the outside. Doran's first free throw is no good. That has been his kryptonite. Tonight's scoring is from the charity stripe. Second one rolls around and good. Doran now up to 18 points. Franzen over to Sullivan. Doran, super aggressive. Thought there was a traveling call, but it's now Mason Southern with the jump ball. Possession arrow will show it over to Hill City, but they are letting the boys play tonight. The physicality is real inside of Ginn's Gym in Hill City. 54 seconds left to go in the contest. And we got a timeout by Hill City. We'll take a quick one with them as well. 54 seconds left to go in the overtime. Spearfish leading by 5. And we'll be back with the conclusion of this thrilling boys varsity matchup up next here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
Whether you've lived here for years or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
Back here after that timeout. Bueller blocked by Doran. Dylan Doran, Cooper Gibbs, no good. Swat up, no good, and Sullivan with the rebound. And the ball goes out of bounds on Hill City. And the ball goes straight to Spearfish. We're coming out of the timeout with fireworks. That was a ginormous block by Dylan Doran, giving Spearfish the ball with 38 seconds left to go in the contest. As now Devin Bueller will be caught for the foul. That'll be Bueller's third. No free throws yet. Next foul from either team will be 2 trips to the charity stripe, and Haroon Khan will come in to replace Cooper Gibbs. And in response, Brinson Veneklausen will take a seat for Nick Schroeder. Again, Messick from Hill City is fouled out of the contest. Corton inside to Haroon Khan. Khan will be held by Sullivan, and now we will be making some trips to the free throw line. And we'll start with Haroon Khan, senior for Spearfish. Cooper Gibbs gets a nice little squirt of water on the bench, and he'll be coming back into the contest. The junior has had himself a great game, and in response for that, Brinson Veneklausen will come in for Hill City. Schroeder's 2 seconds on the floor will come to an end and will hit the bench, as it looks like Khan will come in, will exit for Cooper Gibbs, and now Haroon Khan now up to 9 points, giving Spearfish a 56-49 lead. High pass over to Franzen. No good. Rebound will go off of Spearfish, but Hill City needs a run, and they need it yesterday. So Devin Bueller to inbound. Gets it over to Hill City, and there's a traveling call on Braden Wilkinson. So Haroon Khan will now come back into the game. Cooper Gibbs will exit. Starting to notice the pattern. Dylan Doran playing quarterback will throw it into Haroon Khan. Khan will now sprint down the lane, get it off to Bennett Corton, who is fouled by Bueller, is up to his 4th foul. 9 seconds left to go in the game, and it looks like Spearfish will escape out of Hill City with a much-needed and gritty Black Hills Conference win. To the blind eye, you think Class AA versus Class A would be advantage Spearfish in this instance, but the physicality on both of these teams, it's been fun to watch. And if it's a Black Hills Conference game, you can throw records, you can throw classifications out the window, because it is gritty and physical as it'll ever get out. Second rebound, no good. Second shot, no good from Dylan Doran. From Bennett Corton. And an over-the-back call on Dylan Doran will put him up to 4 fouls. So with 7 seconds left to go, Brinson Venenclausen will head to the charity stripe. First shot, no good. Spearfish, they will return to Class AA action next week when they host Brandon Valley and Harrisburg. And a Hill City over the line violation on the free throw. That was missed anyway. Puts the final in overtime in favor of the Spartans. Spearfish goes 2 for 2 in varsity action as they beat the Hill City Rangers tonight 57-49 in overtime. It was a fantastic game to watch right here on KDSJ-TV. And you can rewatch that game as well as the girls varsity action on KDSJ-TV as well. We'll be back with our post-game show coming up next after this 2-minute timeout live on KDSJ-TV.
Has built their reputation by offering the highest quality guaranteed repairs in the area. Satisfied customers return again and again for everything from collision repair to custom paint, glass and windshield, and the best hail repair in the region. They're preferred by most insurance companies and work with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair of Spearfish and Sturgis. Give them a Google today for the best repair on your vehicle, guaranteed.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
You see them everywhere. That's because Heinzerling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heinzerling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heinzerling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heinzerling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base sports nutrition program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
Back here with our post-game show of tonight's boys varsity contest between the Hill City Rangers and the Spearfish Spartans. It's the Spartans coming out of this game victorious in overtime, 57-49, as it was tied 49 apiece going into the halftime. And then Hill City didn't put up a point in halftime. If you talk about close games and tied ball games at the end of regulation, we got another one coming right here. It's part of the college football playoff as with about 15 seconds left to go in the game, Notre Dame has worked their way into field goal range and could have a walk-off field goal to punch their ticket to the national championship. A little scoring update for those interested in that. But it's our postgame show, KDSJ Sports postgame show right here on KDSJ-TV, where we will recap the action that just happened right here on KDSJ-TV. As we look at some of the highlights from the second half, including Hill City coming off to a hot start that got them going after trailing by 10. They crawled back to within 5 at the end of the third quarter, followed by some great shooting from Devin Bueller and Zane Messick. Messick led all scorers with 19 on the contest for Hill City. He did end up fouling out of the contest at the end of the third quarter. Spearfish, some of the young, inexperience from them showing up in moments, and especially with an opportunistic Hill City defense that took advantage of a few ball mismanagement and opportunities. And then toward the later end of the third and fourth quarter, it was Dylan Doran every day and half the night as he led the Spearfish Spartans in scoring with 18 points and put the team on his back, had us a few and one opportunities, and really gave Spearfish a boost when they needed it most. As you see right there on the KDSJ Tropical Smoothie Sports replay. Cooper Gibbs also had himself a great game as well underneath, but again, it's been the performance of Dylan Doran in the second half that really gave him the chance to win the game. Let's look at scoring for both of these teams. After we finish this final highlight real quick on KDSJ-TV. Again, that Dylan Doran block in overtime is what really sealed it for the Spartans as they get the win in overtime, 57-49. As we look at scoring, start off with Hill City. They're led by Zane Messick with 19 points. Devin Bueller, I believe, finished, that's definitely more than, I have him down for 12, but he had at least 18, I would have to say. Everett Sullivan, who is probably one of my favorite players to watch tonight, 5'10", playing that 5 spot, but man, he put in the work. Finished with 12 points and as many rebounds. Alex Stokeman had 2. Brenton Vinniclausen had 1, and Dax Franzen had 1 as well. For those watching the college football playoff or wanting to know how it ended, Notre Dame just kicked a last-second field goal with 7 seconds left to go in the game, so it looks like the Fighting Irish is going to punch their ticket to the college football playoff championship. Meanwhile, for Spearfish, they were led by Dylan Doran with 18 points. Bennett Corton had 12. Rune Kahn had 9. Tucker Olson had 6. Cooper Gibbs had 6. Cade Vavruska had 2. Spearfish outscores Hill City in the fourth quarter by 8 points to nothing, in overtime that is. And that gives Spearfish a Black Hills Conference win. They keep their undefeated streak alive as they improve to now 6-0. And they win the contest in Hill City tonight. We'll come back with our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard, name our superior performer of the game, and preview what's next for both of these teams next on KDSJ-TV, part of our post-game show coverage.
Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made to order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Quality food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish.
American Colloid, a minerals technologies company, is not only part of the community we live in, they are the community. Bentonite clay, mined right here in our own backyard near Belfouche in Colony, Wyoming, provides a contributing factor to this area's economic success. This unique product has a huge range of uses, from the main component in cat litter to health and beauty products, pharmaceuticals, and more. It's all produced right here in all of our community. American Colloid Company, working together, winning together.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Vehicles today are complicated and expensive. The professionals at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Spearfish are here to guide you through everything automotive. From cars, trucks, and SUVs to parts and repairs, Junix takes the confusion out of automobile ownership. Enjoy the ride with Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Family owned since 1931 on West Jackson in Spearfish.
And we're back with our KDSJ Sports Postgame show as the Spearfish Spartans in overtime stay undefeated and beat the Hill City Rangers by a score of 57-49. It's time to name our superior performer for this contest, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Dylan Doran, senior forward for the Spartans, putting the team on his back toward the ending of the game, getting the win for the Spartans. He had 18 points in the contest, and I believe is the first time he's being awarded our superior performer this winter sports season. And I just want to give a big shout out to Dylan Doran, our superior performer, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. If you want to vote for your favorite superior auto performer of the month of December, you can go to that voting on our website at KDSJ980.com. Go to the sports tab and you can vote for your favorite Superior Auto Solutions superior performer, as the winner of that contest will have $100 funded to the school's athletic department, courtesy of Superior Auto Solutions, as Dylan Doran will put his name on the ballot for January. That voting starts at the end of January, and you can vote for him and other superior performers for KDSJ Sports in January at the start of February. Again, Dylan Doran, our superior performer, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions. Let's look at the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Start off with some college football. Notre Dame, they punched their ticket to the national championship tonight as they beat Penn State 27-24 with a walk-off field goal. Timberlake beats Faith tonight 71-43. See what other scores we have in high school basketball for the boys' side. There weren't a lot of games here tonight. In the boys' side, let's check out the girls' action, see if there's anything. It don't look like a lot. Red Cloud beats Custer tonight 78-34. And in Class AA, it's T Area beating West Central in a close one, 47-43. Let's look at our scoreboard. Let's check out what's next for both of these teams. Starting off with Hill City, as they will head to Phillip tomorrow for a Class A battle before hosting Lee Deadwood and Sundance with the Black Hills Conference matchup there. Then head to Belfouche, host Sturgis, and then host Wall for the Spearfish boys. For the Hill City boys. Meanwhile, for the Hill City girls, pretty much the same schedule, except after Belfouche, they will head to Alliance, Nebraska before hosting Sturgis. For the Spearfish girls, they're pretty much the same as the boys for scheduling. They will host Brandon Valley and then Harrisburg before hosting Red Cloud, St. Thomas More, then at Rapid City Central, and then at Lee Deadwood to start the month of February. And for the Spearfish boys, pretty much the same thing, except you got 2 top 5 teams coming to Spearfish next week in Brandon Valley and Harrisburg. Again, look at your Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. It's the Spearfish Spartans beating the Hill City Rangers tonight, 57-49. As that will do it for our broadcast. Clayson Davis with you with KDSJ-TV. You can rewatch all of this and more on our YouTube page at KDSJ-TV. You can go to our streams tab on the YouTube page and you can rewatch all of our broadcasts. Thanks to more of our sponsors, including Minerals Technology, American Colloid, The Auto Doctor, Low Roofing, the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. We laid the foundation to this matchup with Heiserling Concrete. Jake's Collision Repair giving us our pregame show. The Millstone Family Restaurant. The Auto Doctor. Proline Equipment Rentals as well. I also want to give a shout out to the Gold Dust Casino, Maverick Steakhouse. Also some new sponsors including Tropical Smoothie, Grand Electric, West River Telephone Cooperative as well. And some more sponsors that were included with this broadcast. We couldn't do without you guys. As again, a final here in Hill City. Spearfish stays undefeated. They advance to 6-0. Hill City drops to 4-3 as the number 5 ranked Spartans in Class AA beat Hill City tonight, 57-49. Join us again tomorrow as we'll be in Lee Deadwood for the new Underwood Tigers taking on the Lee Deadwood Gold Diggers. Doubleheader starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be on KDSJ Radio and KDSJ-TV. For everyone watching on KDSJ-TV, thank you. I'm Clayson Davis signing off from Hill City.